Hi everyone, welcome to part 1 of my 4-part mini-series on icebox cakes. So sit down, have yourself a cup of coffee or tea, or maybe a cold drink, and get ready to watch the show. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. And if you're not already a subscriber of mine, go down below and hit that red subscribe and the little bell next to it. When the bell asks you what you want, just hit all. And that's it. Every time the Diva puts a new video up, you'll get a notification. So today I'm very excited. Going to do part 1 of my 4-part mini-series on icebox cakes. And I love making icebox cakes. I mean, in the dog days of summer, who the heck wants to turn on a hot oven and heat up your kitchen? Not me, that's for sure. So what you can do is you can step away from that oven, stay cool, and make icebox cakes. They're so delicious. Now, many of you, when I announced I was going to do this series, said, we never heard of icebox cakes. Well, I would say icebox, you know, is the old-fashioned term for a refrigerator. In the olden days, there was no electricity for refrigerators. So people used to have what they called ice boxes, and they used to put big blocks of ice in them to keep their food cool. And that's how these icebox cakes originated. One of the first, you might remember this, was made with, remember the Nabisco thin chocolate wafers? And you would place them out, you put a whole layer of whipped cream, you put another layer of the cookies, and so on and so on. And then you would refrigerate it overnight. That's how these icebox cakes started. And now there's just so many different delicious versions of them. Icebox cakes really should stay in the refrigerator overnight. And the best cookies to use when you're making icebox cakes are store-bought. Surprising, huh? Not homemade. Homemade don't really work all that well with an icebox cake. And if you're not sure what kind of cookie to use, get yourself a glass of milk, take a cookie, and dunk it in there. If the cookie softens, that's a perfect cookie to use for an icebox cake. So we're going to get started. We're going to make a delicious, cool and creamy, sweet and salty icebox cake. We're going to make today my salted caramel Ritz cracker icebox cake. So good. So stay tuned. Don't go away. I'm going to show you how we put this delight together. Okay, so normally at this time I would tell you preheat your oven. Well, there's no preheating your oven now. But what you are going to need is an 8 by 8 inch pan that you've lined with some plastic wrap. So I've already done that, and I'm going to put this dish aside. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. And I have them here. They should be softened at room temperature. And I'm going to put them in my electric mixer. So in goes the 2 blocks of softened cream cheese into my mixer. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, let me raise this, is we're also going to add some granulated sugar to that. So I'm going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar to the cream cheese. Okay. And then I'm going to turn on my mixer and I'm going to beat these together until they're smooth. You're going to love this. Okay, that looks nice and smooth. I'm just going to scrape my sides with my spatula. You should always scrape your sides. way you get everything incorporated in there. Okay. Oops. Alrighty. Next, we are going to need 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. So I'm going to add my 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream to my sugar and cream cheese mixture. And I will have this full recipe in the description box below for you. So I'm adding in my heavy cream. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. You know how excited I got in one of my last videos when I found these measuring spoons that had a pinch, a smidgen, a dash, and what's the other one? A tad. So we're going to put a pinch of salt in there. So we put that in. And we're also going to add to that a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And then I'm going to whip that up. Hopefully the lighting is good. It's raining again. Raining again in New Jersey. So sick of it. It's supposed to rain all week. I think we're going to have some sunny weather on the weekend. I hope so. Because this reminds me of a pattern we had last year. Like we didn't even have a spring. It just went from, felt like winter into summer. Weird. So let me get this whipped up and I'll be right back. Okay, I whipped my cream mixture for about 3 minutes. You want it to get thick and creamy. And now I have my 8-inch pan that I've lined with the plastic wrap. Now comes the Ritz crackers. Just buy your regular Ritz crackers, no fancy ones, just Ritz crackers. And we are going to line them in this 8-inch pan, 4 rows of 4 each. So I'm going to do that now. And they should fit in here almost perfectly. So I'll finish lining the pan and I'll show you what we do next. Okay, as you can see, I've lined my pan, 4 rows of 4 each. So you have 16 Ritz crackers in the bottom of your pan. Now I'm going to take my cream mixture and I'm going to take 1/3 of it because this is going to be divided into 3. 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And we're going to put 1/3 of that mixture on top of the Ritz crackers. Using a small spatula here, whatever works best for you. You don't want to use too much because you have 2 more layers to do. Okay. A little bit more in the corner there. That's good. Okay. So we have all of our crackers covered with this yummy creamy mixture. Alrighty. Alright, now what we need next is salted caramel. Not regular caramel. Regular caramel is too sweet. We need salted caramel. Now, I purchased, I don't know if you can see it, I'll put a clip in, of Ghirardelli's sea salt caramel. I don't know if you can see that. They have it on Amazon. I've seen it in Walmart. Just make sure it's the salted caramel, not regular caramel. Now, on top of this layer, you're going to put, because you're going to need altogether 2/3 of a cup of the salted caramel. So because we're dividing this in 3, we are now going to put 1/3 of a cup of the caramel. We're going to drizzle it over here, over our cream mixture. So this is just drizzling it over. Very easy to do. I'll put some stills in the video for you. Okay. You hold this up. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. All right. So what do we do next? We put another layer of Ritz crackers. It's going to be 3 layers. It's going to be our Ritz crackers, our creamy mixture, and our caramel. Another row of Ritz crackers, creamy mixture, and caramel. And then the final layer is the Ritz crackers and the creamy mixture. So actually we're using a total of 2/3 of a cup of the salted caramel. One is being drizzled over the first layer, and the other 1/3 of a cup is being drizzled over the second layer. So let me get going with this. I'm going to come back when I have all the layers made. So I'm going to start now by putting on my second layer of Ritz crackers, and so on and so on. Alrighty, I finished layering everything, ending up with the creamy mixture on the top, as you can see. Now, because this is an icebox cake, well, it's got to go in the icebox. So I'm going to refrigerate this. I'm going to put plastic wrap over it. I'm going to refrigerate it overnight. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do our taste testing till tomorrow. But anyway, great recipe. Great recipe that you can make ahead. That's always a pleasure for me. If you can do anything, prepare it ahead. If you're having company, if it's a holiday, whatever, love to prepare things ahead. So anyway, I'm going to put this in the icebox, and I will see you tomorrow when we cut it and do our taste testing. If you haven't already subscribed, head on down and hit that red subscribe button and the little bell next to it and press all. Because remember, we have 3 more icebox cakes coming after this one. So anyway, see you tomorrow when we taste it and cut it. Don't go away. Good morning, everyone. Well, my icebox cake has been in the refrigerator overnight. So I just took it out, and I'm going to cut a piece so we can do our taste testing. So, you know, the first piece is always the hardest to get out. So let me see how this goes. I can tell the cookies got soft because they're pretty easy to get through, to cut through. Here we go. Okay. I can't find my little spatula, so I'm going to try to get it out with this. It does have the plastic wrap on it. See if I can get this baby out. Oh, there we go. Let me get it out of there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. I'll put this aside. Now, you can serve this as is, but the correct way to serve it is to drizzle a little more of that salted caramel on top. And if you like, oh, there goes Pee-wee, my parrot, screaming to get out. And if you like, you can put a little squirt of whipped cream on there. Whoa. Now let me go get a fork, which I forgot to get. Wait a minute. Look at this. I'll zoom in and put a still in for you. Can't wait to dig in and try this. So here goes. Oh my goodness. So good. Oh, Oh my goodness. You really have that sweet and salty taste in there because the Ritz crackers are buttery and salty, and then you have your cream cheese sort of mixture and your salted caramel. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Give this icebox cake a try. This salted caramel Ritz cracker icebox cake is to die for. So, if you like this video, go down below and subscribe and hit that bell. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get off here, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy it with this icebox cake. So I hope you liked the video. Don't forget, next week, part 2 will be coming, and it'll be a recipe just as good as this one. So watch for it, and I will see you all very soon. Toodles!